Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to God of War Ragnarok, where we are in Alfheim. We are looking for... Why are we in Alfheim again? I already forget. Let's check the loading screen. Much has changed since last we were in Alfheim. We must travel through the Temple of Light to reach Groa's shrine. Oh yeah, because Mimir was talking to Tyr about all the shrines they knew about, and that brought up Alfheim. And the shrine over there seemed important. So let us keep going. Now, the last time we were here, the Dark and Light Elves were fighting. We sided with the Light Elves. But based on this door, there's the impression that destroying one over the other was not necessarily the best choice. It's kind of like the entire idea that there must be balance to the Force, that there is light side and dark side. Especially, I would say, pre-Disney days. Like, if you just look at the George Lucas side of Star Wars, you'll see the idea that if there is a stronger presence of the light side, then the dark side rises to balance. If there's a stronger balance, a stronger presence of the dark side, then the light side rises to balance. I would say the only other person who's really done it, I haven't seen The Acolyte yet, and I have not watched a lot of the Clone Wars. And that side of things. David Filione's side of Star Wars. Ryan, as for the movies, I would say Rian Johnson does the more interesting thing of presenting the idea that anybody can have Force powers. Which kind of goes towards what George Lucas was building with the whims of the Force. But that also kind of branches away from the idea of rising dark and rising light. Though I feel like with Rian Johnson's film, there was a closer idea to the idea that if there was no Jedi, that would be better than just having light side Jedi. And hold on one second. So when my phone rings, it's very nice that the caller ID is there to tell me that it's a spam call. But there's a lot of spam calls. Anyway, let us carry on with our journey and stop talking about Star Wars.
Speaking of light elves,
let me try talking to them again.
Best just to let these two do their thing, brother.
I don't think they're interested in talking. Okay, how do I play this game again?
is that a bomb?
Yeah, they throw grenades. Atreus.
Watch out! Left side!
Oh. Oh yeah, it was hold L1 to get rid of... Yes. Okay, can I pick this up? Get a little bit of health back from me trying to remember what the controls were. It's like there are a lot of separate controls for situations. And always trying to remember what each situation demands of each control. But I probably will use the rage.
They came across some light bridges, but now the bridges are gone.
In the next fight, so I could get some health back.
Lucky for us, swearing off violence doesn't mean he can't disfigure some architecture.
This way. Shrine awaits.
Oh, there we go. Some health. And some money. Cash. Nope, that wasn't an item. Apparently only some pots have health in it. Not all of them, but some. Alright, let's see if we can follow in Tyr's footsteps, or hand grips, should I say. Okay, Tyr is that way, treasure is this way. This is not progress. Oh, hello.
Kratos, where are you going?
He's just looking around. He does this sometimes.
Ah, curious mind. Carry on.
I like how Atreus has to explain that Kratos needs to go off and collect loot, that sometimes he explores the gameplay function that you as the player are doing to the other characters that are now involved with the story. Because in God of War 2018, you didn't have anybody else following you around. You didn't have to explain to anybody else why you decided to take a left whenever the main path is
It
right.
was all broken and covered in hive stuff last time we were here.
Also,
These elves
covered in
used
hive
Alphonse
stuff is
light
kind of
to
gross.
enhance the temple, and themselves by the look of it.
They definitely looked more dangerous than last time.
Oh, those were just the foot soldiers. They'll get more dangerous the further up we go.
Oh, thank you, Mimir, for the pep talk. I look forward to this.
So if these elves use the light to build doors and make themselves stronger, what do the Dark Elves want with it?
To return it back to its source. To them, the natural resources of Alfheim are sacred, none more so than the light itself.
Aye, the Light Elf success came at a terrible price. Alfheim's once lively desert withered into a storm-ridden wasteland soon after the creation of this temple.
There's more Twilight Stone up there.
Oh, thank you. But I need to bounce it off of something, which is over there. He just barely hits the flowers. Oh, is this one of Kvasir's? Kvasir. His poetry. Kvasir's poems. Alright. It is, judging by the image and the cover. What is that game? I forget the title of that game. Like, it's not Pikmin. That's Nintendo. Visions After Rest, in which Kvasir provides readers with their own tools for crafting stories. Visions After Rest lay in wait for explorers, crafted by imps and filled with music, joy, or horror. Among these fanciful realms lie endless creation and possibilities where the limit is one's own imagination. Like, is it... I never really got into Dreams. The video game. Dreams are great. Unless they're work dreams, in which I just go back to my regular job overnight, and I dream about being at work, and then I wake up in the morning, and I'm still expected to go to work. I can't tell my boss I just did a full shift in my dreams. He's not going to buy it. I forget which game this is. It's not Little Big Planet, because that ain't no Sackboy.
Gotta be a better angle on that
More
Twilight.
light elves ahead. I'll handle this.
Maybe that's not a great idea.
I mean, what's your plan?
Oh there, friends. Salutations. We mean you no harm.
Here. Get back.
That was a good try. Get back here.
Another light out to the left.
Hold on. Get a little bit of health back. Fantastic. Oh my. You guys get stunned very easily. Oh, sorry, dear.
Impressive!
Thank you.
Behind!
Oh, I need my axe to throw it. And then punch. Anybody else?
I tried.
I get it now.
You
Why
know,
they keep fighting. Dark elves want the souls in the light left alone. The light elves want to keep using them.
That's the long and short of it. Aye.
So then, which side is right?
Rarely is it so simple.
And not our place to say. This is an elven conflict.
I said as much the last time we were in Alfheim.
Right.
okay. So I would argue at the moment the dark elves are in the right, because apparently the light elves' consumption of the light is causing problems for their planet. I don't remember why we had to fight the dark elves. I think it's only because the light elves were there to help us. But it has been a little while since I've played God of War 2018. One could say it's been since 2018 since I've played God of War 2018.
Let us continue.
One could say. We got more
made a lot of these
reflecting
light
axes.
Fortifications.
Aye. None too eager to let the dark elves run the roost again.
This one is a little bit more involved in regards to moving things around. You know, it would be nice if I opened the door and it just stayed open, and then I don't have to worry about opening it again. What do I get out of this? Oh. Or should it be one lower? Let's go back up. See if this works. Yeah, it should be one lower, I think. Then if I need to reflect... How do I keep it in place?
Why not simply hold it in place?
Oh, I can just hit it from here.
Excellent. Let's continue our ascent, yes?
That makes way more sense than trying to reposition it and come right back. All right. Oh, hello.
Incoming! Right side!
No. Oh, hello.
Above you! Incoming!
Were you talking about the one that was directly in front of us, Atreus? The one that was, like, by itself? Ooh, is this another poem by Kvasir?
So, which is your favourite of Kvasir's poems, brother?
Kvasir.
Choose a favorite.
Why would I choose a favorite? They are all amazing. Spirits Within Walls. Based on the cover art alone, that's a tricky one. Though it looks like a door being pulled open by, like, ghostly fingers. All right, let's go. A Tale Showing the Power of Visual Art by Kvasir. A gentle boy and his brush found kinship along the walls. His creation's playful sprites brought joy to one and all. The town once empty, now flush with color and laughter. The boy hailed a hero, though merely a talented drafter. His mission, save his home, threatened by seas and disuse. His weapon, imagination, blues, reds, purple, and chartreuse. I would not be able to pronounce that if it wasn't for the presence of the rhyme. How would I pronounce it if it wasn't for the presence of the rhyme? Probably like chartreuse or chartreuse would probably have been my guess if it wasn't for disuse. So again, I'm not entirely like there's a paintbrush. What games could it be referring to? Obviously not Epic Mickey. There's Unfinished Swan, but I don't remember. Is Unfinished Swan a Sony game? Is it available on the Xbox? It might not be. I don't actually know. Do we have a favorite? Let's see, it wouldn't be under there. It would be under lore, maybe? Beast, no. Lessons? How do I look up the other? I have no idea how. Okay, we'll worry about that later. We can pick a favorite Kvasir poem later. When I'm reading these poems, is Kratos even looking at them?
I suppose I'll leave you to it then.
Ah. Dark elves. Ah. Oh, you didn't care about the ice. Ah. All right. Yes, let's get some help from you.
Left leg!
That was violent. I'll meet you on the other side.
Shortcut
You
unlocked.
can really jump.
And another shortcut? Now this looks like it might be progress. Although I would like to know how I can reach that. Now I'll be back. And I'm back. Let's see. This seems a little like there's a little bit more going on. I'm hoping it's just get to that chest over there.
That's the wrong. Oh, I see. Another chest.
He's getting the hang of it.
Yeah, even Tyr realizes why I'm going off the beaten path.
Guess that's on us.
They must have anointed a new temple guardian. Svartal Yofr's counterpart.
The Dark Elf King. Guess he's in the light now too.
Interesting. I feel like I'm gonna have to do this while it's swinging. Like, what side was the reflection on? The left or right? See it on the left. So then how am I supposed to bounce it? Oh. I have to bounce it while it is over there. Okay, I get it now. I swing it. Run over here. Atreus. No, no. For some reason, I was expecting to be able to swing while hanging. But I don't think that's going to be a possibility. All right, let's just see if we can swing it, hit it while it's... There we go.
Ah, I see. The timing must be precise.
Exactly, Tyr. You're getting the hang of it. You can play God of War Ragnarok if you so desired. A simple rune engraved release, a simple trinket signifying rebirth. What does that mean? Oh. The first runic arrow from a full quiver deals increased damage. That's actually not bad because, like, his quiver tends to be full, especially since I don't necessarily use it that often.
This mystic doesn't see us.
There's twilight stone in the ground.
Alright. Interesting.
We can continue up this way.
Will I remember it and be able to actually use that in battle?
Over here.
That is the real struggle.
Here they come. Do what you must.
Oh, thanks.
Hit the light orb.
Nah.
Behind you.
Get rid of you. And once again, like, the fact that you can collect...
Behind you, brother!
You can collect your axe in order to do the takedown, but it doesn't automatically restore it to your person is interesting. And I would kind of prefer it if it did. Take that. Anybody else? Oh, yeah, there's you right there. No, ah, damn. Ah. I'm just gonna let myself die. I don't want to use the resurrection stone. Let's try that again.
Father, over here.
Yep. Ah. I wish you didn't also have to look at the thing you're jumping
Here they
towards.
come.
But I suppose
Do what you
maybe you
must.
can consider that a more
Light orb incoming.
like immersive experience rather than just having the gameplay more or less play itself as you're walking around. Ah, very rude of you. Oh yeah, hit that. I need to remember to use Atreus's
Still can't figure out how they're making light
arrows.
bridges.
Look at this statue. These rings. I've noticed them on the elves as well. I wonder if this statue were to fall over the chasm.
I mean, we'll push things over and break things. Kratos here, as a god of war, is quite happy to be destructive to both
look,
people and
Foundation's
property.
weak. Father could push this over no problem. Oh, crystals still make light bridges. But now the light elves wear them. Smart.
Almost there. Allow me.
Oh, are you going to complete the
I dare
bridge?
say he's beginning to enjoy the vandalism. Pretty soon he'll be laying waste to pottery.
Shall we continue?
It's one link to the next in the destructive chain
at least we're getting
of
closer.
inanimate objects.
Look up.
Inanimate but fragile
Feels even
objects.
taller on the inside. Can't believe all this was down here.
What are they statues of? Elves holding up some sort of tower, trident? I don't know. Oh, wait, hold on. We need to get... these seals need to be wrung out in time with each other. Yeah.
The Nornir. Why must they insist on these frustrating trials?
I
You
don't
would know
know.
better than us, brother.
I can't remember the last time I visited the Norns, nor do I wish to try.
I do appreciate that they're actually discussing these basic elements of gameplay that would easily just kind of faded into the background. Oh, hold on. No. Okay, so there's that one over there. So we got 2 seals. I don't know why they need me to use the... Unless, hold on. Maybe that'll help for range purposes. Ooh, hold on.
Over there.
That way I don't necessarily need to be in front of the rune to ring them out. I can be in the distance closer to the other rune / runes. So then the question becomes, where is the missing rune? Have you seen it, boy? The remaining rune needed to unlock this chest. I feel like there's just too many options as to where it could be hiding, and to the point in which I'm probably overthinking the whole thing. Like, I'm creating more spots for it to hide than it actually will use. So there's one bell there. There's one bell here. Maybe there's one higher up. That way I would possibly ring that bell there that's higher up. Oh, there it is. Oh, I think I might have accidentally started a fight. That's fine. Have a little bit of cold, brother. I have to remember that I got the shield specifically so that I could use it as a shield as opposed to a parry. And I do appreciate this game's ability to cancel out of a lot of moves. Recently I've been playing Lies of P. And Lies of P does something that I want to say several Souls game does, in which case all of your actions are just dialed in. You pressed this button and then another button. Like if I pressed dodge and then attack, it will perform all of the actions that I tell the game to do. Even if, for some reason, I've changed my mind on what attacks or what movements I want to do as the battle progresses. And the fact that I can cancel out a dodge into an attack, cancel that attack, go into a takedown, is very convenient. There's still more. I want to... Trying to open a chest here, elves.
Right side, incoming!
Is there another one? Yes. There are the flying ones. Alright, we'll have to deal with this first.
This is the last.
This was the last, or this last one is the last? Oh, nope, these last few are the last. There we go. Get rid of you. Ah, you moved slightly. Nope. There we go. Okay, now I can open up the chest. I moved slightly too far in towards the next room for the chest puzzle's preferences. Ah, and a health upgrade. But I still think I need to collect more Idun apples. I need to collect 2 more apples. That's what them apples are about. So, tear.
Brighter than I remember.
As if they are sapping more sunlight. Oh, hello.
That's a fair few birds you've hunted. I wonder if it might be worth visiting the Raven Tree.
I know it is worth visiting the Raven Tree. I need to get 6 birds in order to unlock something at the Raven Tree. But I'll worry about that later, because I'm in the middle of Alfheim.
There's some Twilight
And I
Zone
don't
that's
know if
that
this game is going to essentially
angle's
have
gonna
that
work.
kind of fast travel.
Careful.
Ah,
Think there's any way to stop the elves from fighting each other?
Had Freyr not abandoned the realm, a lasting peace may have formed. But now,
Can we really place all the blame on Freyr? This war started long before his arrival.
but he had the power to heal this land and end the war, did he not?
He made his choice.
The wrong one.
For Alfheim, perhaps, but not necessarily for him.
and you could also say, like,
I suppose we're all entitled to walk our own paths, regardless of where they end.
is it Freyr's fault that the Dark Elves and the Light Elves are still at war, or is it the fault of the Dark Elves and the Light Elves that are still at war, that they have not thought to go for peace? Though, war is always a complex thing. And usually the people who are fighting are also the people who have lost. And they will always remember and begrudge those who have taken. Okay, so now I should be able to possibly... Like, where would be the point for me to... to hit that reflection? Because the thing that I'm trying to hit is where? That is... oh, it's right there. It's right there. It's down. Which almost makes it seem like I should be going up sometime in order to get to where I need to be. But I do not see any other path out of this area. So ultimately, the things that I can move around in the puzzle are all here.
Aha! The shield moved.
That looks right.
All right. Now I need to be up on
Here, the last time we were here,
the other side.
killed the Dark Elf King.
That's unfortunate. I'd wondered what became of Svartalfr.
We had to defend ourselves. But when he died, he told us we helped the wrong side.
I see.
I mean, well, he was the king of the Dark Elves, so to be fair, he's probably a little biased towards his own people.
Fine job, brother.
This way. We're almost there. Do you still hear something wounded out there, Atreus?
I think so. It could just be the storm.
Perhaps we can investigate once we've uncovered the mysterious seer's hidden prophecy.
I'm sure we might investigate if side missions allow.
There. The central chamber will bring us to the top. Once we find our way past yet another light door.
You can definitely say this area is not light on those doors. Okay, so I see the thing I need to break. But as for things I can interact with... oh, there's that.
It's facing the wrong way. Maybe if we...
Allow me to speed this up.
Oh, thank you, Tyr.
The angle should work, Kratos.
Well done.
At your service. Ah, the light of Alfheim. How stunning.
Okay, but first... how can I get to that? The map will not tell me. I will look at the map, And I will hope the map will tell me something. But it will not. It will fail me once again. Damn it, I said I wasn't going to complain about the map. I made it a rule. Alright, my bad. I'll try to hold myself back.
Nothing.
What's wrong?
I could hear Mother inside last time, but I can't anymore.
Her soul is one with the light now, united by forces older than Odin himself.
So then what's going on
She
with
is at peace,
Kratos'
Atreus.
dreams, though?
I hope so. When Father went inside the light, he
You
said
went inside the light of Alfheim?
Yes.
And yet here you stand, of sound mind and decidedly not incinerated. You must
I mean,
tell me, Kratos.
Arguably sound mind.
That memory is for me alone. But I felt only moments pass.
Didn't feel like moments to me.
I was trapped. Atreus overcame great odds to save me.
One could but only imagine. Well then, Groa's triptych awaits.
I will tell you nothing of this singular journey I went on that nobody else has accomplished. You will learn nothing from my outcome. The world will, as always, be worse off for my passing. Is what Kratos would say if he was of more than a few words. Oh my gosh. This is a plot sequence. You know it is a
Did you
plot
ever meet
sequence
Groa?
because the run button
Many
does not
times.
function.
But she was plagued by constant visions, so conversation was difficult, to say the least.
What are you doing?
I heard something.
Father, she's gone.
Keep moving.
Now, what does it mean that the Mimir Tyr, and I guess it makes sense that Atreus might not necessarily have anybody that calls to him from the light, but that Mimir
We're
and
almost
Tyr
there.
don't.
Huh. They've changed some stuff.
Oh, really?
Last time, there was all this hive stuff up here. So many dark elves. All this time, I thought the Dark Elf King... I thought all the Dark Elves were... Tyr,
Yes?
did we help the wrong side?
Are you certain that's the right question?
What's the right question?
Is there a right side?
Exactly. What do you think, Atreus? Is there a right side in this war?
I don't know.
Then perhaps you shouldn't pick one.
And I wonder if that also is kind of leading towards, like, Atreus's insistence on fighting Asgard. Like, he sees only one outcome, that the only way through is to fight Asgard, to stop Odin. And you look at the previous God of Wars shows that it's not that quite simple. Kratos chose war and ended reality. We did not, nobody benefited, he didn't benefit from his success. All right. What are we going to learn from this seer's prophecy? Or what kind of boss are we going to fight? I can see some reflectors, but nothing to reflect on. A lot of reflectors, which implies that there might be a fight here. That's the thing. There's another game, Tomb Raider, specifically the reboot of Tomb Raider that Crystal Dynamics did that had like the younger Lara Croft. It was on the PS3, then PS4, and I think it's on the PS5. But in the game, you have surfaces that are climbable with a pickaxe. You can tell those surfaces are climbable because of very specific textured walls. There's a point in the game where you're expected to cross a rope, take a rope to cross your way across a chasm. The rope extends from one side of the chasm to the other. On the other side of the chasm, below the platform you're supposed to get to, there is a section of that specifically textured gray wall. And it goes nowhere because the only path is on the other side, on the surface above the chasm. So you know, without a doubt, that before you even cross, before you even grab hold of the rope, that the rope is going to be cut and you will have to grab onto that climbable surface before you even think of crossing it because of the presence of the texture. And that's what makes me think like there's going to be a fight here. The more obvious example is probably the chest-high cover. You know there's a fight in a room that has, for a third-person cover-based shooter, when there's a lot of chest-high cover around. That's probably the more specific, easy, quicker example I could have used. But actually, I'll stick with this example. Like, for Tomb Raider, they might have been able to make it work by having, like, maybe that type of surface mixed in around in places you wouldn't necessarily have access to, so it looks more decorative. But then again, you're trying to present language to a player. You're trying to present to them visual language on what is interactable and what is not. Like, I feel here you can get away with placing these things that are interactable that you don't use because it adds color to the world. And if you don't use them and you're not presented with a situation where you might think you might need to use them, then it becomes decorative. It becomes background. Whereas if it is a interactive element that you're supposed to interact with, like chest-high cover, you don't have to interact with it if you don't have any enemies to fight. If you're exploring an area, like you might in a Tomb Raider game, and you see an item, a type of wall that is normally interactive, you might think that it needs to be taking you somewhere. Might need to think you need to interact with it so you can see where it goes. And if it's just decorative, then that becomes confusing. Okay, that is progress. But Kratos likes to loot chests, as Atreus has noted on several occasions. Maybe we're going to have a fight on our way back down? Oh, hello. Hey, Sindri.
Do you believe in fate, Sindri?
Oh, of course not. You think I'd wash my hands this much if I thought that what I do doesn't ultimately matter? There's only one thing with any say over how we live our lives, and that's us.
There's no fate but what we make for ourselves. Half bonus points if you get the reference.
Hey, Sindri, wasn't your forge on the other side of the shrine last time?
My, someone's got an eye for detail. Perhaps the Light Elves felt it looked better on this side. They do have a thing for aesthetics. Honestly, I'm as puzzled as you are. but it's best not to look a gift forge in the 2-year. Very messy. Anyway, good luck.
The 2-year? Alright. See, I can't upgrade any of that. Spalders of Enlightenment. Frost Awaken and Whiplash have moderate luck. I'm not interested in luck. I'm good. I don't need those. But we can sell some poetry for big money. Big prizes. I love it.
Disinfect these? It's fine. I'll do it.
In fact, we probably infected it. We probably added more infection to those.
The giants always did enjoy hiding their secrets in plain sight.
Wait until you see this.
Like, we don't even need to interpret the art on the tablet. Does Tyr know about that? Like, Tyr was with the giants. But is he aware of the holographic projections?
Ah, yes. Here we have Groa's search for her missing husband. She was relentless in her attempt to find him. Meditated for weeks on end. Unfortunately, she found something else. A vision of Ragnarok.
Word of Groa's vision reached Odin. He sought her out, demanded a private retelling.
Didn't like what he heard, apparently.
Ironwood? That's the... I don't know.
I don't know.
what that
I've
is.
never heard of Ironwood
Mythical
before.
sanctuary for giants. Curious.
So it's in Jotunheim?
I know some giants thought so, but Ironwood isn't anywhere, lad. It's a concept, a metaphorical paradise. It's not real.
Presumably, Groa requested her ashes be returned to Jotunheim, while her soul found peace in the light. Difficult to imagine Odin respecting those wishes. The champion?
I think it's supposed to be... me.
You assume too much.
Aye. Best not to read into these abstractions so literally. Prophecies are slippery by nature. Although, some are more obvious than others.
Ragnarok.
Aye. The end of everything.
So this is it. There's nothing we can do to stop it.
There must be a way. Why else is this hidden?
Look, Tyr. This is what we saw. It's you, fighting in Ragnarok.
No. I can't.
You had your staff, your horn.
What's this then? That's new.
Asgard is destroyed? But the other realms thrive?
This seems a little bit too clear-cut in this presentation.
Odin dies.
She lied.
Groa lied. Of course she did. Odin's working off a false prophecy.
So then, we can win Ragnarok. We can beat Odin.
We are not present in any of this.
But that was Tyr leading the charge against Asgard. Plus, Hell's army was there. And the elves. Champion. Okay, whoever that is doesn't matter. But for the first time, we know something Odin doesn't. We just saw we can win. Tyr?
I won't allow prophecy to define my choices.
But we just saw
No,
you.
Atreus. This is wrong.
Come. There is much to discuss. It is time.
it is time for...
We can't stop Ragnarok,
or time to leave.
but we can win it.
If Asgard is destroyed, Odin will not be the only casualty. There must be another way.
All right, so what are the odds that there will be a fight on the other side of this door? I'm going to say 70%. There we go.
Egress first.
Agreed.
Right side! Incoming!
Like this. And will there be one more fight as we get? Yep, of course there is. Ah. There we go. Ah, more of them. Who would have... Also, I just realized something. It's been a while since I've looked at the skills menu. I've upgraded the Blades of Chaos a bunch. I'm now using the Leviathan Axe. I think I've just kind of become more used to the Leviathan Axe. What are things that I could probably focus on upgrading? I haven't really done a lot of the dodge attacks. I've been doing more of that. Almost none of... I'm almost actually done with the Silver Frost Awaken. I should consider more of that. Yeah, hello.
Light up on the left!
Yeah, I guess they're not going to make it that easy. What was the thing that I wanted to do?
Incoming! Above you!
No. There we go. Can I hit you off? Ah, something. You move. Ah, stop. Okay, I'm messing around with this guy too much. Oh, I accidentally did the runic attack that I forgot I had. I forgot I switched over to the ranged runic attack that kind of treats my enemies like Red Dead Redemption. I say Red Dead Redemption. I should just say Red Dead. Because that discounts the existence of Red Dead Revolver. Where are you guys at? These bad guys? Oh, they're just on the ground. Ah.
Target down!
There we go. All right, that guy's dealt with.
Quickly now, before more arrive.
Yeah, that seems like a solid goal, but I'm sure more will arrive as we make our way down, especially as we head closer to reflective surfaces.
Watch the exploding one!
Oh, thank you. I was not even aware some of these wretches exploded. Ah. Okay.
We need to keep moving.
That is a
Really
solid
worked up.
plan.
Think he's okay?
Focus, Atreus.
This way.
Yeah, now is not really the time to worry about that. I'm sure he's probably contemplating the prophecy as well as the violence that he has gotten caught up in and does not want to be a part of.
Right side!
There we go. And I should not forget my axe. Yeah, and some convenient health. Probably placed there by the game developers. Oh, hold on. He did a violence. Hello? Ah. Nope. Thank you. Thank you, Mimir. Nope, not that easily. I probably should just use my Spartan Rage at some point. Yeah, let's go do that. Mix it up with some of arrows. Yeah, there we go. Like I said, move canceling is always nice. Ah. Ah. You got me.
Dear, are you okay?
No.
A shield rune that hastens recovery when used to ward off impending doom. Grants a blessing of cooldown when interrupting double blue ring attacks or parrying. So cooldown restoration versus... I think I actually like that a little bit more than having bonus luck towards something.
It is over.
It is far from over.
It's gonna be okay, Tyr.
You've seen what is to come. I told you I would not follow you to war, and yet here I am, dragging an innocent elf
Innocent?
and marching towards the destruction of Asgard.
What choice do we have?
There is always a choice. I will not lead you to war. I won't. I'm not that god anymore. I don't want to fight. But with you three, there is no avoiding it. Your path leads to countless deaths, unimaginable pain and suffering.
Kratos is good at that. It's his thing, really.
Oh no! No!
Atreus! Hold on!
Over here! You're chased!
What were you saying about judging people by the size of their muscles? Like, Tyr is clearly adept at what he does.
Agreed. Oh.
Mimir didn't sign up for this.
Are you injured?
No, sir.
Oh, but this at least means that Tyr's
Hey,
casualty
Tyr?
list for this game is still at 0.
Thanks. And I'm sorry about before.
No. I am sorry. I should never have come. We shouldn't linger.
Look, I just want to do the right thing. And according to prophecy...
Speak no more of prophecy.
War will not give you the purpose you seek, Atreus. Only slaughter.
So what are we supposed to do? Roll over? Do nothing?
Enough.
You know, when you have two God of Wars telling you that you should probably not run headfirst into war, maybe you should listen to them. At least give them a little bit of time to think it over. Though, will they actually have time to think it over?
Dark elf assault. How fortuitous.
I'm so sick of fighting elves. Can't they just leave us alone?
Nope. There we go. Nope. Ah.
Right side, incoming.
There we go. No need to be too fancy. Focus on that stun bar. Take down enemies. Get that health burst so I can at least recover. And then rinse, repeat. There we go. Because if I just focus on Kratos' damage alone, that usually is enough to kill the bad guy.
We need to get out of here.
But it doesn't do enough to stun.
Through here!
Oh. Has the war come for us? Ah. You get so much time. There we go. Get our health burst going. Anybody else fighting? I think there's a lot of people fighting. Yeah, nope. There we go, finally. Finally blocked one of those blue attacks.
Let's go, let's go.
Hello, fellas. Don't mind me. Ah. There we go. And maybe throw you into the fire. Good enough. Ah, damn it. Very rude of you.
Watch out! Left side!
Yep. There we go. And now we can stun you, take you down. It's nice having these extra options. Although I probably need to use my shield special ability soon. Oh, no. It seems like it empties out eventually. So if you don't use it, you lose it. But then you can always refill it fairly easily again.
Moving.
Oh, hello. Looks like we're back in the war again. I probably should have focused more on stunning. Like, it's more advantageous of me. There we go. To do less damage, but aim for, But aim for a stun. There we go. So that I could actually get some of that health back. And then immediately lose that health. Okay, that's good enough. It at least dropped some health. Cash. Money.
I'll meet you on the other side.
That's out of reach. That's oh. Of course, there's a narrow wall for us to shimmy past. For some reason? Oh.
Keep pushing forward.
I was out of charges, I think, for the parry, or... And was I out of charges, or did I just input it wrong? I probably just inputted it wrong. Okay. You would like to be frozen, I guess. Ah, damn it. That's okay. Yeah, I definitely need to take advantage of Atreus's arrows more. Nope. Definitely not getting any health back from you. Oh, but he dropped one. Fantastic. You know, like this kind of setup is reminding me a little bit of... So far we've had two major areas where the levels are designed that we go into the area to complete an objective, we complete the objective, and then we have to fight our way back out. Which, it's a very basic structure, per se, but it reminds me more specifically of the game Time Splitters, where every level was very simply go through the entire level to get to the end, and then go back the way you came to escape from the new threat that emerges from the Time Splitters themselves. Time Splitters 2 had a similar idea, but it made it, it was more guided towards being a level as opposed to, it was more structured. And then Time Splitters 3 was more of a story-based. And it gave up on that specific there and back function. Versus, say, something like Ratchet and Clank, where you would land on a planet, and there would be the spot where you land, and then you'd fight your way through the level, and when you got to the end of the level is often right next to the start of the level. Its levels have often been circular, so that once you finish a level, you're always back at the beginning of that planet, which means you could go back on your ship and leave and go to the next planet, versus having to backtrack or go through areas again. Ah, here we go.
Open the gateway, please.
Yeah, we're not talking here. We're going to be going back to our home, and then Tyr will have to think whether or not it's actually worth it to go back to Odin.
You want war, Atreus. See for yourself the legacy this one has left for the Barons. I've had far more than I can stomach.
That was convenient timing. Returns to Sindri's when ready. No. All right. I'm actually going to stop here for the night. Next time, we'll search for the creature in the desert. For now, though, got any suggestions for something to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.